I'm here to share my thoughts about data privacy in WordPress. So let me begin the obvious first. What is privacy? Well, let me put it this way. We all engage in different activities in our life, sometimes alone, sometimes with friends, or with any random person. We will enjoy the moment with peace of mind that there is no one to disturb our time. The the state of mind in which we believe we are not observed by anyone in the moment we don't want to be can simply define as privacy. Now to the point. The growth of the internet has fundamentally changed the way we interact with each other and access information. From social media to e-commerce, the growth of the internet has created new opportunities for communications, interactions, and transactions. However, it has also created new risks on our data privacy, as our personal information are now more accessible than ever before. This has raised concern among users about their privacy. At the same time, more people are becoming aware about their right to privacy and are taking proactive steps toward reducing their digital footprints where all possible. This is a clear call to have discussion on privacy and make actions to protect the user privacy. For quite some time, the open source web technology were not only making the resources accessible for free to everyone, but also were making the user privacy secure. As an open source content management system that powers 40% of the website on the internet, WordPress has to play a key role to ensure users' data privacy. Many WordPress websites collect user data in the form of contact form, user registration forms, online purchases, etc. It's the responsibility of the website owner to obtain prior consent for accessing the user data. And website owner should also ensure that the collected data is secure and safe. That means adding a privacy policy page or a cookie consent notice won't be enough on your part. Privacy laws has become more stringent, and even a slight negligence can cost you millions of euros. I hope you know why I mentioned millions of euros and not millions of dollars. If not, let me introduce you the GDPR. GDPR is General Data Protection Regulation introduced by the European Union to ensure their data privacy and change the course of discussion around consumer privacy. Ever since the European Union has introduced the GDPR, it has been a nightmare for the big corporates like Facebook, Google, Amazon. You might have heard that millions of euros of fines were issued to these companies for violating the GDPR guidelines. So you might be thinking that this will affect only the big corporates. Well, that's not the case. Even if you are not residing in European countries, if you have business or clients in European Union region, it's mandatory for you to comply with the GDPR. GDPR has heightened the sense of privacy over the internet, and many governments have introduced their own version of regulations like CCP of California, CNIL of France, LGBT of Brazil, and recently Kingdom of Saudi Arabia has introduced their version, PDPA. Having said, this shouldn't be the reason why we should protect our users' privacy. It's our responsibility to maintain the trust of our users that their data is protected on our side. Over the few years, WordPress has taken several steps toward privacy concerns. Let's have a look at some of the privacy-focused measures that WordPress has taken to ensure user data privacy. Restricting the avatars is one of the options that is introduced in the WordPress. Means you all know Gravadar is a third-party service that allow users to upload their profile picture and use the picture on multiple WordPress across the web. It has potential risks to expose user activity and identity on the internet that is subject to brute force attack. It can disclose the user email ID. WordPress now offers option to disable or block the usage of Gravadar, and the added advantage is that it can increase site performance and speed. Next, delete or export personal data. It's the part of the privacy law that users should have access and control over their data. That means WordPress is now providing option to delete the personal data stored on the website on request, and they can also export their data in the form of zip containing an HTML of their details. Complying with GDPR, WordPress 4.9.6 and higher version onwards, WordPress introduced several GDPR related compliance related changes, like adding a privacy policy template, opt-in option for comments, privacy policy editing helper. You can see these options under settings, discussions, and under tools of the WordPress admin dashboard. As developers, what we could do, privacy first and personalization comes later. We all like to share better user experience for our users. For that, we provide more personalization and customization option. For providing more personalization option, we may need to collect more user data. More user data we collect, is greater the responsibility for securing the user data. Whenever there is a decision to be made between user privacy and customization, it is recommended to opt for privacy first. And users matter. When we develop a plugin or release an update with more features to an existing plugin, we should not only consider our users, but their users as well. They may be residing on countries with strict privacy laws. Privacy by design. Usually, the design is applied, this privacy is applied toward the last, retrospectively. But in privacy by design, privacy is applied from the early stage, that means the design stage itself, through the development and to the deployment. This will get the developers a clearer picture of what data need to be collected. What can website admin do? Minimize personal data. Only collect necessary data that need function their plugins or ensure data accuracy. Make sure the data collected is true and up to date. Limit the purpose. Use the data only for the purpose it is collected for. Limit data retention. Do not store the data more than it is needed, more than the time it is needed, and do not share it with others. Secure user data. Make necessary steps to protect the user data and secure the unauthorized access. Show privacy policy and cookie notice. Be transparent about the data you are collecting and explain for what purpose it is used and stored. And cookie notice. Obtaining prior consent. Grant user rights. Give the user the permission to access, control, and delete their data. Be accountable. Be responsible for the data. If there is any security breach, inform the users. Handle sensitive information carefully. Provide an additional layer of security if needed for sensitive information like financial transaction details, card information, etc. Legal compliance. Always stay up to date with the latest legal obligations. Before installing a plugin or adding a theme to WordPress, an admin should be aware of the following. What WordPress core privacy tools does the plugin use or not use? What data it collects and how it is used? What are the effects of the plugin or theme on your site? So the admin can update that in privacy policy and let the users know what data are collected and how it is used. Conclusion. Privacy in WordPress is a community effort. Developers should be aware of WordPress core changes. Plugin and theme should keep up with the latest security and regulations. Thank you.